Hello and welcome to RootsDiscovery.com. I'm your host Mick. On today's agenda, how to pinpoint in Ireland where two surnames overlap. For this, we are going to use the John Grenham website. Once we've opened up the John Grenham website, we're going to see where it says Irish surnames, and below that a surname search where you can input into a box the surname you are researching. In this case, I'm going to use the example of Stinson, which is S-T-I-N-S-O-N. So go ahead and input Stinson in the surname search and hit go. We've arrived at the second surname, where we're going to go ahead and input the second surname. Now the reason for this second surname is perhaps your ancestor was married in Ireland. So what you're going to do here is input the name of the spouse. But in this particular case, we're going to go ahead and put in the sample, which is going to be Mulholland. And that's going to be M-U-L-H-O-L-L-A-N-D. So go ahead and put that in the surname box. This particular website is a paid website, but however, it provides an invaluable source of information for finding overlap of two surnames in Ireland. And the fees are not that much. What you can see at the bottom here is it's very little money for establishing where you can find two particular surnames in Ireland. You can do this without paying for this particular site, but it takes a lot more work where you're trying to figure out in the Griffiths valuation where two surnames overlap if you're doing this on your own. John Grenham pinpoints this by the aid of a map. So I would advise using this particular website for finding out where these two surnames overlap. Now let's consider some of the limitations of John Grenham's website. John Grenham relied solely on the Griffiths valuation, which occurred between 1847 and 1864. So if you had ancestors leave a particular part of Ireland prior to this Griffiths valuation, then it is possible those surnames became extinct in that area, and therefore, by the time of the Griffiths valuation, they will not be found. So, another thing that could have happened was people moved around in Ireland at times. If, for example, a mining operation opened up in one particular area of Ireland and people were moving to it, then wherever they had come from, those surnames might have become extinct again in those areas that they had left from. Having said all that, the John Grenham website is an invaluable source for figuring out where your ancestors came from, especially if they had married in Ireland and you are looking for the overlap of two surnames. If you would like help in finding your Irish ancestors, visit me at rootsdiscoverycontact@gmail.com. This has been your host, Mick. See you next week.